Hello, friends. This is Ted. Say hi, Ted.
Hi, Josh.
And engineer,
and everybody else.
And engineer Josh behind the camera. And today we want to talk about the Mira series of tents. Now, you may have seen the other videos we've done in the Mira before. It's a lightweight 3-season tent, but there are people out there to whom you can never go light enough. I'm not talking about just cutting off the toothbrush handles. I'm talking about shaving off half the bristles so that you save that weight too. For that person, we do have a setup that's even lighter. And that is by utilizing the optional footprint that's available for the Mira, both 1, 2, and 3. Ted, why don't you show us what we have?
Got the Mira 2 right here, but again, like Josh says, this applies to Mira 1, 2, and 3. And for the people that really like to go lightweight, I'm going to show you how you can trim it down to the bare minimum. One caveat, if you don't like bugs, you want to keep it heavier. Here's how you do it. Take the stuff sacks, put them aside. Take the footprint with you. Open up the tent stuff sack, pull out the tent body, leave that behind. Pull out the tent fly, take that with you. Pull out the pole bag and put the tent bag aside. Reach into the pole stuff sack and take out all 3 of the Mira poles, the gray, the blue, and the orange. Then come back to the stake and take a minimum of 4 stakes with you. You can obviously take more of any of those parts and pieces, but 4 stakes is really critical. Put the rest away. And then we'll go ahead and we'll set this up. This is a minimalist setup, so we're going to show you how to keep it really light and tight and dry.
Well, let's also emphasize here, this is what you're leaving, right over here. So for you minimalists out there, that's a good deal.
Stuff sack, pole stuff sack and repair kit, tent body, and footprint stuff sack. Take those things and put them aside.
You lose weight and you free up some space inside your pack. I'm going to pull back here a little bit and we're going to watch Ted set this up. So, of course, you're going to start with that footprint we were talking about first. And you want to lay this down. The coating side is going to be up. And the first thing to do is stake it out with those 4 stakes. And again, this is why Ted mentioned it before, for the minimum 4 stakes. You want to stake out the corners here, as he's doing. This just makes the overall setup a lot simpler, as you'll see in just a little bit.
Doing some land clearing while I'm at it.
That's good.
Okay, all 4 stakes in.
So next step here, then obviously we pull out the fly, and as he unrolls this, we're going to want to attach one end here of the fly to that footprint. You'll notice these are color coded, so you have a red side and a gray side. So he's clipping the reds together. There's 3 of these in total. So that's done. We're going to reach for the poles. And which color are you going to pull out here, Ted?
Gray pole. It's the ridge pole first. Okay. Assemble the pole. Then come back and insert the pole in the grommets on either end.
Go ahead and lay that down. I believe we have another pole here, correct?
We have the arc that goes over the head end of the tent. It's the orange pole. Same thing. Put it in the grommets. Just lay that down. And finally, the third pole, we're going to take that back to the fly. There's a shoe right there. A shoe right here.
So next thing I think we want to do is we want to tie this orange pole in the junction with the gray pole to the fly itself. And there's no fancy knots involved here, correct, Ted?
No, just a simple bow, the same one I use to tie my shoes.
I thought you had Velcro shoes.
Usually I do, not today. Okay, pull structure's up.
So you notice that that top pole sits on top of the ridge pole. Next thing Ted's going to do, after pulling the...
You follow the top seam right here down, grab onto the clip, lock it down at the base of the pole.
Right, so he has actually 3 of these. You want to do the ridge snap first and then the corners. That helps tension out the fabric on the fly. You can hear them clip together. And you're just about there at this point. It's just going to be clips on the entrance, which you'll see on this side as well. Again, these correspond to those 4 stakes we started with at the beginning.
The tent is basically set up at this point.
Now this, again, is the Mira 2 that we're using for this demonstration. It does work for the Mira 1 and 3, but by leaving that tent body at home, you'll notice, when we kind of pull in here, there's a lot of space. You can easily get 2 people in here, no problem. You can probably get 3 in a pinch, depending on the overall size of everyone. But we'll put Ted in there, just to give you a little bit of...
Today I'm playing the minimalist hardcore, so I'm sleeping on 4 millimeters of foam. The multi-mat. So very easily, 2 people, in a pinch, maybe even 3. Josh, I want to show you how I'm tying one last piece to finalize the setup. The ridge poles connect right here at the top, and I like to go ahead and just stabilize everything by putting another bow right here so that we're totally locked up, set to go.
Well, it looks pretty cozy in there, I'll give you that. So, minimalist. Think about it. It's a good idea, right? See you guys later.